Hi, I'm Noah Robichon. Welcome to the 29th floor. Mark, this week I want to take you back to 1995, the era of grunge rock and goths, and of course the internet was but a baby then. And we learned all this because Mary Meeker came out with her annual Internet Trends Report, which is sort of like a temperature check for the internet. And one of the things she pointed out was how much the internet has grown in the last 20 years. It really is somewhat unbelievable that in 1995 there were 35 million people on the internet. In 1995, there were 80 million people who had mobile phones. Today, 5.2 billion.
That's crazy. Can you imagine Apple selling the iPhone to only 80 million people?
There's still some growth to be had, only it turns out, Mark, it's not in the United States.
Yeah, we're kind of saturated. Emerging markets are China, India, and Brazil. You have projects like Google's Project Loom, right? Which are internet weather balloons, basically. And Facebook has internet.org.
Yeah, where they've got drones and satellites basically flying around the world, beaming internet to people where they need it.
Well, what's funny to me is these are deemed as like humanitarian causes. And, you know, the report paints this really great picture, which is just that companies, they want to plug more people in to basically sell them ads.
And there were some interesting findings there about the interests that millennials had or what they wanted in a job versus what the managers who hired them thought they wanted in those jobs.
You know, I thought it was interesting that they said rather than even having a promise of more money, that they wanted more expertise in what they were doing. You don't think that was a suck-up answer?
Well, here's my question, actually, and I think there's a conundrum built into actually just the millennial part of it, which is you want more meaningful work, but you also want higher paying work. And I'm not sure that that truly exists yet.
You know, I'm technically a millennial. No.
You are? Really?
I just age horribly. But yes,
it's the beard.
I skirt in under the age range.
So one of the things that you millennials are obviously doing that she also pointed out is it turns out that you're fine watching video on a vertical screen rather than tilting your screen horizontally, which really annoys the hell out of me.
It's easier to hold the camera that way though, man. But I do think it proves another point, right? Which is that our media that seems so set for 100 years is sort of set to change over the devices we use for the next 10 or 20, right? And it can change really, really fast.
We want to know what internet trends you think are going to happen in the next 5 to 10 years. Let us know, #29th floor, and we'll see you next week.